Yo, yo,
Yo, what is the word? What is the word? What is the word? It's your boy Kha.reality. I'm back with another one. You heard? Let's get straight into the content. Your boy Casanova, you heard? He putting out cryptic messages. Like, he put out some messages. You feel me? I'm gonna let y'all see it. We're gonna get straight into it. You heard? Casanova 2 times. 1090 rule. Make a list of all the people you can count on that will be your 10%, and the rest of the people will be the 90%. You're you're supposed to give 90% of your time slash energy to the 10% of people you can count on, and 10% of your time to the 90% of people you can't count on. I hope that don't go over your heads. And then he put this. I wasted so much time on people that I couldn't count on. Won't happen again, I promise. These are cryptic messages. These are messages that he knows whoever he's talking about, he knows they're going to see this, right? He knows they're going to see this. So it's crazy because at the end of the day, bro, you letting the time do you at this point. Like, we've been seeing so much messages come from Casanova. You know what I mean? So much messages come from Casanova. You know what I mean? If you ain't send me no money or check on me, supposed to be my man's SMD. You know what I mean? Like, some people that I thought loved me only needed me. I get it now. I won't let that go over my head. You know what I mean? Like, if one of the higher ups really made someone look into my case, I would be home right now. Bro, bro. You made this bad, bro. You made this bad. You wanted to be super gangster. You wanted to be going up there visiting these people. You know what I mean? This was your crew. This was your stuff. You had the world at your in your pocket, in your hands, at your feet, and you fumbled the ball, bro. You wanted to be a gang member, bro. It's nothing now. This is the same story, different person. Every day it's the same story, different person, but it's the same story. Now he gets it. Now he gets it. But it's so crazy because in these posts, I gotta show the comments. I gotta show the comments because you ain't see what somebody said right there. They said you learn this on your first sit down. Yeah, you learned this on your first sit down, and people don't understand. They don't know where it's coming from. They don't know if it's him and his if it's his wife. You know what I mean? Wife, so much years, 15. He said this for 15 years. He was saying, yo, we're going to wolf this down. You know what I mean? Some people saying it's cryptic messages because of that. Some people saying this is man's. But this is somebody that's important to me. If it's man's, like, if it's your man's, like, you don't got, like, I know me. I'm not sitting there. I'm not going to sit there and be so mad about it no more. Get over it, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? I blew 600,000 on a group of niggas, and, well, me and a group of niggas, most of it went to the gang. You know what I mean? And when I got locked up, it wasn't me. Like, it was over, bro. That's what it is. I came home. I just separated myself from them. You know what I mean? I just didn't hang around them no more. But at the end of the day, this is so crazy. Like, look at this. Look at this, bro. So it's like, and to get back to the comments, look what people are saying. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. Like, you know, I like to show the comments sometimes because people are saying, look, at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. That's the unfortunate reality. And that's the truth. You don't need to depend on nobody to be there for you, bro. Like, I've been stopped caring about that. Like, this is why I still think, like, he needs to get that out of his head, that certain mentality, bro. Like, get out of that street mentality. You have to change your mindset, but it doesn't happen overnight. So it takes years to develop your brain out of that. You know what I mean? It took me at least like 2-3 years from I decided, yeah, I'm not going to be in the street stuff. This is what I'm doing. And it took 3-4 years after that. You know what I mean? My brain just being on some like civilian type, not criminal way of thinking and all that in the last 3-4 years. But the first 3-4 years, I was still criminally minded, bro. You know what I mean? Look what people saying. You know, bro don't realize he's in jail. Real spill. Gang, just do your time. This is what people tell him. You're in prison. Life goes on. Everybody in jail all of a sudden trying to tell free people how to live is crazy. Why you didn't use it? I can't take advice from this guy. Look where he ended up. LMAO. Nigga, I'm pretty sure you wasn't doing nothing for them 90% of people neither before you got booked. Cut it out. Free cash though. Another prison for philosopher. Like, this is how he's looking, bro. And it's so crazy because dudes like go through situations and they stock go down. You know what I mean? He sit there and he was talking about the Jay-Z, talking about Rock Nation. He didn't say them by name, but he was like, yeah, certain people that I can't even ask them for help because it looks bad. They can't attach their name to that. Bro, this is bad. You know what I mean? Him denouncing the gang, even by you denouncing the gang, you're still a part of the gang. You know what I mean? Because in the feds, you have to be a part of some car, no matter if even if you're a Christian. Look,
I'm cool. I'm done with this. You ain't done. You can't be done. You know why you ain't done? Because when you go to the feds, you ain't in the game regardless. You go in the feds, you motherfucking is a black car, which is a gang. The Muslim car is a gang. The blood car is a gang. The crip car is a gang. Nigga, there's no such thing as not being in the car. It's a fucking gang. At the end of the day.
When I was in jail, I was walking. I ain't getting no car.
Yeah, but you was in the county. You was
no,
in the
I was in the
feds.
state. I was in the state. I just said I was going to walk when everybody was driving the cars.
But this what I'm trying to say. You in the state. That's why I told you it's a different type of ball game. So in the state, you could just do what you want. You could freelance. When you get to these feds, these niggas gonna tell you pick a side, nigga. You pick a fucking side because it'll go up. If a nigga touch Wallow or Givey and in one of these jails, nigga, the whole Philly going up. The whole East Coast card. It's no such thing as being by yourself because you touch a black nigga, you're leaving. If you touch a Spanish nigga in here, you're leaving. If you touch a white nigga in here, you're leaving. So you're a part of a gang anyway. You fuck your day. It's days that sometimes I go and I think about it like, damn, I might not come home. It's just fucking great. I come home for a nigga I don't even fucking know.
You might not come home for a person you don't even know. I want that to sink in. I want that to go over y'all. Don't let that go over your heads because in the feds, people don't realize, yeah, you a boss and all that in your neighborhood and all that. Look at this. Remember this? The Buckley's thing? All the people that he's around. Is he talking about one of these guys? Like, is he talking about his woman? Or who is he talking about? But like I was saying, you could be in a situation, you know what I mean? In the feds, and you might be doing the rest of your life in there. You might stab somebody. Remember I did a show on a guy from East New York. He was Drewski the 8th. He's in there and he crashed out in there. He was in the cell with somebody. He stabbed a dude and the dude lost his life. Now he's looking at life. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, it's not worth it, bro. Don't even put yourself in the situation to where you have to be a real dude or a bad dude or any type of dude, bro. Because look at the type of stuff that come down. People, you know what I mean? Look at what's coming down, bro. Look at him, bro. He went from posting that, right? He went from posting that to posting this. You know what I mean? It went from posting that and posting that, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's all good in the beginning and all that, to posting this. And that's what I said. Like, that girl should reach with loose cannon and all that. Hopefully everything go out with their situation. They don't understand what Federal Rico thing. She's sitting there saying, oh, and I don't mean to get off topic, but she's sitting there saying, oh yeah, I gotta get a good lawyer because a good lawyer is gonna help. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Look, listen, miss. It don't matter what type of lawyer you got in the feds. It's guidelines and it's mandatory minimums and maximums. And it don't matter what lawyer you got. The only thing that's making you go up under that mandatory minimum is you getting a 5K1 letter, and that's telling. And you don't get the 5K1 letter until sentencing. So nobody would never know. You know what I mean? If y'all got any questions about any federal questions about any RICO activity, anything, hit me in the inbox. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these content creators, they don't know nothing about the federal system. They get it confused with the state system, and it's a totally different ballgame. Just like with the K-Flock scenario, everybody, they thought it was just a regular body case. He beat the body because it was not in furthering of racketeering, bro. You know what I mean? They can't charge a regular murder inside of the feds. So that's what it was about. And I didn't mean to go off topic, but like I said, bro, Cass went from this, bro, to posting this. And posting this. And posting this. You know what I mean? And posting this. And posting this. Come on, bro. We got to do better, bro. Do better, bro. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to be there for you like you. You got to think for yourself in this life. That's what it's about. Being there for yourself, thinking for yourself, because nobody's going to love you like you. Put yourself first. Do not crash out for dudes. Put yourself in a situation where you're going to be sitting there in prison, and now you realize, dang, I crashed out. I did all of this for these dudes. I put my life and my freedom on the line for these dudes, and look where I'm at. Look what's going on with me. It's the same scenario, bro. Different person. Same scenario, different person. You know? Put yourself first. It's okay. Even if you got to tell them, I'm not going to the club this weekend, bro. Yo, we sliding on ops. They unalive bro. All right? They did that to bro. But if we slide on one of them, it's not bringing bro back, bro. And that, I know that's so cliche to say, but at the end of the day, it's not bringing bro back. And it's not going to change the reason why you sliding on bro. It's the reason. It's not going to change anything. You know what I mean? It's cliche, but it's not changing nothing. All it is doing is going to put you in a situation where somebody else know, and somebody else know, and somebody else know, and one day it will be spoken about, and it will bring you down. Shout out to 05 Order Movement. Salute.
To Frankie, and what influence did that have on your father?
A transit authority cop stops him. He pulls out the gun and kills the cop.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Did Gravano tell you how he became a rat?
You would never call him that to his face.